song, and I was feeling it, and I was feeling like I was connecting with the audience. And when I looked in the front row, there was a man who looked like an American caricature of a German. If that makes any sense. You know, when I'm looking at you, I wouldn't be able to tell visually if you're German or American, but there used to be this sketch on Saturday Night Live called Sprockets. Have you ever seen that? Mike Myers, the guy who played Austin Powers, he played this character named Dieter. Hallo, ich bin Dieter und ich bin ein Sprocket. And he would do this dance that was very strange. He wore a very tight mock turtleneck, and he didn't have really great physique, but still wore a very tight shirt, nonetheless. And he had very small, these glasses, just like these glasses. Maybe even a little bit smaller, like so small that they barely were in front of his eyes. That was the character on the show. So anyways, this guy who sat in the front row, he looked just like this caricature. And he had his hair pulled back very tightly, and he had the mock turtleneck, and he was smoking. And I was singing this song, and I was giving it my all, and I was laying it at the biggest note of the song, and I looked down and I just see him go. And this, I swear to God, is true. He yawns. He yawns the exhale of the cigarette. And it just puts this cloud of smoke. And I was just like, fuck my life. Don't say that word. And then the next day, I was just noticing how the color of everybody's faces in East Berlin kind of was the same as the color of the sky in November. It was a grayish shade of white. Like, you guys have great color, but they just, I don't know what it was. I'm going to make amends with Berlin and go back next year.
Yeah.
Because I've had a lot of great experiences there. I wonder if you found that string. You okay, Ulf? Okay. It's impossible to injure yourself while changing the guitar string. I just wanted to make sure he was alright. Thank you very much. Incredible. That was incredible. Will you guys give a huge round of applause? Alright, I'll shut up and play a song now. I came with a tune, no reservations. You heard what I said without flinching. So we stayed up all night, we were searching for a little bit of silence, and a little bit of hope carried on. Sometimes you wanna go home. I saw the look of sad resignation as you stood up on stage in the bright lights. Still the words came along without effort. was on the signal, just a little bit of hope to carry on. Sometimes you wanna go home, sometimes you wanna go back, sometimes you wanna go home. Right by his feet up from the highway, it's another week of running without rest. Alone in the woods, can't get a signal, so I drift away to dream about your skin against my own. Sometimes, sometimes you wanna go home. Sometimes